Good morning, everyone. I have a real quick word to share with you this morning. And with this word, I pray that you test the spirit by the spirit to receive confirmation over this word. But early this morning, as I was getting ready to leave for work, it was around about 6 o'clock this morning, there was a storm outside and the rain was beating down pretty hard. So I grabbed my umbrella and I sat back and I said, I'm going to wait a little bit, just a few minutes, see if this rain eases up a little bit. But the Lord quickly reminded me of a time that I had did that previously before. And he then told me, are you going to wait till the storm stop? Or are you going to go ahead and go and just trust me? So I grab my umbrella and I get ready to go and I leave. So when I get ready to go outside, the rain had ceased up and it had slowed down enough that I didn't even need my umbrella. So I get ready and I go to my car and I get in my car and I'm sitting down in my car. And as soon as I start my car, the rain all of a sudden just started pouring everywhere. And I was like, oh, thank God I made it to the car. So as I'm getting ready to pull out, it really picked up and the winds are really blowing. I mean, it is raining so hard that I can't even see the way, not even the driveway or anything. So I'm there and I'm like, oh man, this is hard. So I cut my windshield wipers on and I cut them up all the way. And even that still, the rain was blowing and just coming down so hard that I couldn't even hardly see. So I'm taking my time, I'm inching and I'm driving. I'm like, oh, I wish this would let up a little bit so I can just see the road. And I'm seeing other cars on the highway barely. I'm not even hardly seeing their headlights. And they're driving slow. And as I'm going and I'm like, the wind started picking up and it started kind of blowing my car. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I can't even hardly see. It's dark and it's raining and the wind is blowing and everything. It was just horrible at the moment. And I'm sitting there and I was like, Lord, I mean, I need your help. So I'm continuing to drive. I'm driving really slow, inching down the highway, hoping that I don't hit anything. And it's just continuing to pour and pour and pour. And then all of a sudden I'm looking up and I was like, Jesus. And then all of a sudden it stopped. Not slowed down a little bit, not trickled down a little bit. It immediately ceased and came to an end. And right then, the Lord reminded me of a story about him and his disciples when they had all left an area and got on a boat to go to the other side. And as they was traveling to the other side, a storm came through. And I'm going to read this for you. It is Jesus calms the storm. And it is in Mark 4:35 through 41. And I'm going to read this in NLT. As evening came, Jesus said to his disciples, let's cross to the other side of the lake. So they took Jesus in the boat and started out, leaving the crowds behind. All those others had followed. But soon a fierce storm came up. High waves were breaking into the boat and it began to fill with water. Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat with his head on a cushion. The disciples woke him up shouting, Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown? When Jesus woke up, he rebuked the wind and said to the waves, Silence, be still. Suddenly the wind stopped and there was a great calm. Then he asked them, Why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith? The disciples were absolutely terrified. Who is this man? They asked each other. Even the winds and waves obey him. There's a message in there, everyone. It's a reminder to all of us, not just to myself, but it should be a reminder to all of us that when we go through storms of life, because they're going to come up and sometimes suddenly. The question is, when they do come up, when the storms get heavy, when the winds blow, when the rains pour, when you cannot see the way, when everything around you is shaking, who are you going to call? Who are you going to trust to see you through? Who is the one who can stop the storm with just the sound of his voice? The disciples knew, Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown? Of course he cares. But who are you going to trust? When I called out the name of Jesus, everything ceased. everything ceased. Everyone, I hope and pray that when storms come into your life, that you are reminded to call on the one who can speak to the storm and cause it to cease. I pray that you all have a wonderful day. I love you, and just know that he loves you even more. God bless.